As you were here last time, our new format is to start with a quiz, something interesting, something topical. Today's topic is the life of Bibi Fatima alayhi salam, and about her life. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad. We hope you enjoy this and take part in this. It's something to learn. It is a fun topic because she is a unique personality for us. And I hope you guys will come like this regularly when we hold these programs so that you can learn and benefit and enjoy what we have to offer here. Before we get started, can I ask, is everybody logged in? Is somebody not logged in? Anybody having problems here? Is everybody logged in? Yeah? Anybody having problems logging in? No? Okay, so if the kids are logged in, that's great. If as adults you guys want to log in as well, don't worry, you don't have to put your actual name. So if you get some of the questions wrong, it's fine, but if you want to participate, it just makes it more fun because more people will take part. There's 24 logins so far. If anybody wants to do it, it's totally anonymous. Nobody will know who you are. So if you come to the top and you win the prize today, then again, nobody's going to know who you are. The code to enter, if you go to kahoot.it and then you type in the PIN 660-260-2061. Okay, let's begin inshallah. Ya 32, mashallah, alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah. Okay, here we go. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. First question. When did the Holy Prophet give father to Bibi Fatima? Was it at Mubayla, after the Battle of Khaybar, right before the Prophet's demise, or in his will? $29, 30 answers, 31, 32, very good, you guys are quick. After the Battle of Khaybar, that was the answer. Next question. Let's see the leaderboard. Ali Al-Uraydi, 960. The quicker you type your answers, the more points you get as well. Next question, please. Question 2. When did Imam Ali and Bibi Fatima get married? 10th of Zil-Hajj, 13th of Rajab, 3rd of Sha'ban, or the 1st of Zil-Hajj? The answer is the 1st of Zil-Hajj. Does anybody know what's significant about the 13th of Rajab? What happened on the 13th of Rajab? Anybody know? Anybody?
He's born.
Who's born?
Imam Ali.
Oh, very good. Very good, mashallah. And what about 3rd of Sha'ban? Anybody know why that's significant? Imam Hussein. What happened to Imam Hussein? His birth, mashallah, alhamdulillah. Great, thank you. Next question, please. Leaderboard, ooh, same. And hamster extinct. Oh, great, moving up to number 2. Next question, please. Question number 3. What justification was given by the caliphs for taking away father? Is it Bibi Fatima did not need the land, prophets could not leave behind inheritance, the prophet had no sons, or father belonged to the wives of the prophet? Answers, you guys are very quick. The answer is blue. Prophets would not leave behind inheritance. That is what they said. 22 if you answered correctly. Let's see the leaderboard. Okay, still first place, and Mr. Balbi is coming into second place. Okay, next question please. Who recited the nikah of Imam Ali and Bibi Fatima? Who recited the nikah? Was it Angel Jibreel? Was it Imam Ali? Was it the Holy Prophet or was it Salman al-Farsi? Who recited the nikah? Hands up. The answer is the Holy Prophet. Sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Nari salawat. Okay, good. Next question. Let's see the leaderboard. Still the same. Wow. Okay. Let's see if anybody can catch up. True or false? The Holy Prophet did not consult Bibi Fatima for her marriage to Imam Ali. True or false? The Holy Prophet did not consult Bibi Fatima for her marriage to Imam Ali. True or false? This one you guys should all get right. All of you. 31 so far. The answer is false. He did consult. Next question. Next. Still the same. Okay, let's move on to the next question, please. Puzzle. Put the following hadith, this is a little bit complicated. Put the following hadith from Imam Baqir alayhi salam in the correct order. Is a hujjah upon us, hujjah upon his creation, and our grandmother Fatima. We are imams of Allah's. We need to put them in order so they make the right hadith complete as one hadith. It's like a sentence, you have to put the different bits together.
थोड़ा जोर से बोलें, इसको ऊपर करें, अपना माइक ऊपर रखें, आवाज नहीं आ रही.
You only get one chance. 18 answers so far. You have time. So on this one, I'll give you a clue. We, the Imams, are Allah's. And then carry on the sentence. Time's up. Okay. We, the Imams, are Allah's hujjah upon His creation, and our grandmother Fatima is a hujjah upon us. That's the whole sentence. Okay, great. 13 of you got it right. Wow, that's pretty good. Let's see the leaderboard. Wow, there's a change there. Wow. More in. Hamsa extinct. 5061. Next, please. What does Fatima mean? What does Fatima mean? What is light, separated from the fire, or pure? What does Fatima mean? The name Fatima, the word Fatima, what does it mean? Modest, light, separated from the fire, or pure? The answer is separated from the fire. Leaderboard. Wow, still the same. Hands to extinct. Hands to extinct. Okay. Still lots of questions to go. Next, please. What was the name of the land the Holy Prophet gifted to Bibi Fatima? Was it Fadak? Was it Zamzam? Was it Abwa? Or was it Khaybar? You guys should go get this one. What was the name of the land the Holy Prophet gifted to Bibi Fatima? Was it Fadak, Zamzam, Abwa, or Khaybar? Fadak, mashallah.
Still focused.
Okay, great. Is everybody still logged in? Anybody having any issues? No? Okay, let's move to the next question, please. Question 9. How old was Bibi Fatima when her mother passed away? How old was Bibi Fatima when her mother passed away? Was she 12 years old, 5 years old, 2 years old, or 18 years old? Oh, mashallah. 23 if you got this one. 5 years old, that's the correct answer. Let's see the leaderboard. Hamstring still in first place. If you guys click the correct answer, if you click it first, or second, or third, you get more points. So the quicker you click it, the more points you get. Let's move to the next question, please. Which title of Bibi Fatima means the mother of her father? Which title of Bibi Fatima means the mother of her father? Abiha, Zakiya, Saliha, or Razia? Which title of Bibi Fatima means the mother of her father? Okay, fantastic. Almost all of you got it. Abiha, that's the correct answer. Let's see the leaderboard. Still the same? Still the same. Absolutely still. Next question. Where was Bibi Fatima born? Where was she born? Karbala, Medina, Makkah, or Taif? Where was Bibi Fatima born? In Makkah. Makkah is the correct answer. Next question. Oh, it's a new leader. New leader. Obviously, the last question, the leader got wrong, and now it's a new leader. Next question. Question 12. What was Bibi Fatima's mother's name? What was Bibi Fatima's mother's name? Was it Bibi Maryam? Was it Bibi Sarah? Was it Bibi Khadija? Or was it Bibi Hajra? Excellent, excellent. Bibi Khadija. Leaderboard? Still the same. Still the same. That's great. Next question, please. Which of the following is a famous hadith of Bibi Fatima? Which of the following is a famous hadith of Bibi Fatima? Is it Hadith al-Saqalain, Hadith al-Manzala, Hadith al-Qudsi, or Hadith al-Qissa? This is a really easy question. You guys should all get this one. Yes. Brilliant. The most famous hadith that we know of Bibi Fatima is Hadith al-Qissa. Let's see the leaderboard. Oh, great. Okay. First place, good first place. And not much in between first and second. Okay, that's great. Next. How old was Bibi Fatima when she married Imam Ali? How old was Bibi Fatima when she married Imam Ali? Was she 21, 9, 16, or 12? Still in first place. Next question. Puzzle. Place the following hadith of the Holy Prophet in the correct order. Harms me of me who Fatima is a part, harms her. So think of this as a sentence. You need to put this in the right order so it's a sentence. Place the following hadith of the Holy Prophet into the correct order. Some people haven't answered. Okay, so the correct answer is Fatima is a part of me. Who harms her harms me. So this is a very important hadith that we quote, and maybe Sheikh Nura will talk about this today. Fatima is a part of me. This is the Prophet said this, a part of me. Not a daughter of me, she is a part of me. Whoever harms her harms me, meaning harms the Prophet. Okay. Okay, somebody next was just trying to lead the board in 5th place. Can we move to the next question, please? What is the tasbih of Bibi Fatima? Is it 34 Allahu Akbar, 33 Subhanallah, 33 Alhamdulillah? Or is it 33 Allahu Akbar, 33 Subhanallah, 34 Alhamdulillah, 100 times Allahu Akbar, or 100 times Subhanallah? This is something we should all know. We recite this after Allah's day. 34 times Allahu Akbar, 33 times Subhanallah, and 33 times Alhamdulillah. Can I have a loud salawat, please? Let's see the leaderboard. Oh, we have a new leader. Oh, leader. Hassan G in second place. And Khamsa thing is back on the leaderboard. Abiha has the highest answer streak of 10 in a row. Wow, that's excellent. Next question. Question 17. How old was Bibi Fatima when she passed away? Was she 25? Was she 40? Was she 18? Or was she 28? How old was Bibi Fatima when she passed away? Was she 25? Was she 40, 18, or 28? The answer is 18. Every one of you got that right. Excellent. Next. See, leaderboard, unchanged. But there's only 200 in between first and second place. Next question. Puzzle. Place the following hadith of Bibi Fatima in the correct order. The soul and for the purification of, God prescribed charity, increase of sustenance. Place the following hadith for Bibi Fatima in the correct order. So here we go. So the correct order is God prescribed charity for the purification of the soul and for the increase of sustenance. So charity is to purify your soul, not just to make other people have something that you don't have, is to purify the soul so that your sustenance, everything that God gives you and me, increases. Next question. Let's see the leaderboard. Leaderboard bulb. Who is bulb? Does anybody want to put their hand up? Who is bulb? It's doing really well. Really well. Okay. We'll find out in the end. Next. Puzzle. Place the following ayah in order that Bibi Fatima quoted in her sermon. Posterity of Yaqub, me an inheritor, one that will inherit, so give me an heir as from thyself. Put these in the correct order. So give me an heir as for thyself, one that will inherit me and inherit the posterity of Yaqub. Does anybody know Hazrat Yaqub? Hazrat Yaqub. Do we know who Hazrat Yaqub is? Do we know who Hazrat Yaqub is? Anybody? No? Prophet? Who said prophet? Hazrat Yusuf. Very good, Hazrat Yusuf, father. His name actually, he has other names as well. He has the name of Israel as well. So when you say Bani Israel, it's his descendants that we talk about. This is what the Quran talks about. And do we know who his father was? Who is his father? Who is Hazrat Yaqub's father? Hazrat Ishaq. And who is his father? Do we know? Hazrat Ibrahim. So this is the line. Hazrat Ibrahim, Hazrat Ishaq, and Hazrat Yaqub, and then Hazrat Yusuf. Let's see the leaderboard now. Oh, still in first place, 15,604. Next question. True or false? Bibi Fatima is known as Sayyidat Nisa'il Alameen. True or false? True or false? Wow. Lots of quick answers here. True or false? True. Who can tell me what Sayyidat Nisa'il Alameen means? Who can tell me that? One of the children. Who can tell me? Anybody?
The best woman in the world.
The best woman, not in the world, the best woman of all time, the best woman, you know.
The best woman of Jannah.
The whole universe of all time. Let's see the leaderboard. Should be unchanged. Unchanged. Okay, next question. Question 21. Which famous hadith has been narrated by Bibi Fatima? Okay, I think we've had this question before, but if you didn't get it right this time. Hadith Marifa, Hadith Manzala, Hadith Kisa, and Hadith Kursi. Which famous hadith has been narrated by Bibi Fatima?
So you're woman.
Time's up. The answer is Hadith Kisa. Leaderboard, please. Oh, there's a change. There we go. Number 5, going to number 3. Let's see. Next. Question 22. What did Bibi Fatima give away in charity the next day after her wedding? Was it food, 1,000 dirhams, a pearl necklace, or her wedding dress?
Wedding dress.
What did Bibi Fatima give away in charity the next day after her wedding?
Wedding dress. Wedding dress. Yeah.
The answer is her wedding dress. 23 people like that. Let's see the leaderboard now. Oh, here we go. Still unchanged. 23. Question 3. Where is Bibi Fatima buried? Najaf, Jannat al-Baqi, Unknown, or Makkah? The answer is unknown. She was buried in a place where we don't know because the enemies would have come and disrespected her grave. So she was buried in a secret place, in a secret location that we don't know. When we all go to Medina, we go to Jannat al-Baqi and we pay our respects there. But we don't know exactly where she was buried. Let's see the leaderboard. Oh, Balut, first place. Okay, 2 questions left. Question 24. How did Bibi Fatima pass away? How did she pass away? She died from a natural death. She had fever due to her injuries of being pushed behind the wall or in childbirth. How did she pass away?
Yes, I got it.
Due to her injuries of being pushed behind. Leaderboard. Okay. Last question now. Let's see. Can we have a new number 1? Let's see. Next. Question 35. What was the name of Bibi Fatima, baby that died due to her injuries? Hazrat Ismail, Hazrat Qasim, Hazrat Ali Asghar, or Hazrat Mohsin? I think you guys should all get this one right.
No, he didn't.
The answer is Hazrat Mohsin. 31 if you got that right. Excellent. Let's move to the results now. For the podium, in third place we have Adia, mashallah. In second place we have and in first place we have Ali Al-Quraybi. Mashallah. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Okay, great. I hope you guys enjoyed the quiz, learned something from it if you didn't know already. And we'll move now to the next section, inshallah. Right, we can invite Sheikh Nuru. May I invite Sheikh Nuru to the member to start our next session.
Number 3, we will look at the relationship between her and her beloved father and the secrets behind that relationship. Number 4, we'll then look at her marriage and her children. And then the last but certainly not the least, we'll look at her death and the circumstances around her death and her major legacies. So I'm going to ask a question. You'll think this is too much, but we'll be able to finish it within the allocated time, inshallah. But please, I repeat, learn something. Learn something, my dear brother. This is an opportunity given to us by Allah to refresh our minds and to dig down into the treasures of Ahlul Bayt so that we are able to perfect our lives as human beings and as mu'mineen and mu'minat. Question I have for all of you. If you know the answer, just raise up your hand and answer quickly. Don't delay so that it doesn't tamper with the flow of the discussion. Someone meets you out there, whether Muslim or not Muslim, and he says to you, tell me something about Fatima. What comes to your mind? I can't hear. Okay. Any other person?
She was daughter of Prophet Muhammad.
Okay, daughter of the Prophet, that's the simplest one you can get. She is the sunnah for the woman. Not really, she's the sunnah for both men and women. Fatima alayhi salam is role model for all. MashaAllah, very good. You've done well. You've done well. Yeah, quickly.
The Lady of Life and the best woman in the universe.
The Lady of Life, the best of all women on earth. True. Sayyidat Nisa'il Alami. Ahsantum. Last one. Okay, then I come there. Then we go quickly.
I was just going to say what allegiance meant.
So what's allegiance?
It's wilaya.
It's wilaya. What is wilaya?
Allegiance when you give your word to the person.
Absolutely. When you give your, fantastic. I'm impressed. When you give your word to the person, that you know what? I'm going to start with you. I have no time for your enemies. Come rain, come shine, through thick and thin, I'm going to be with you, regardless of the circumstance. That's what wilaya is all about. Whether I'm happy, I'm not happy, I do not know anyone but Fatima and the children of Fatima. That's what wilaya is all about. Fatima alayhi salam is the secret of Allah. Not only that, she's the secret of creation. You know what? Narration tells us from Hadith al-Qudsi. Allah talking to the Holy Prophet, لَوْلَاكَ لَمَا خَلَقْتُ الْأَخْلَاقِ وَلَوْلَا عَلِي لَمَا خَلَقْتُكَ وَلَوْلَا فَاطِمَةَ لَمَا خَلَقْتُكُمَا. It's Hadith al-Qudsi. You saw it in the Tawhid, they were talking about Hadith al-Qudsi. Allah Tabarak wa Ta'ala said to the Holy Prophets, if it wasn't of you, I wouldn't have created this entire universe. And if it wasn't of Ali, I wouldn't have created you, Prophet. Ana Madinatul Ilmi wa Aliyun. And if it wasn't of Fatima, you, Ali, and Muhammad were not going to be created. So Fatima, we get to know Prophet through Fatima. We get to know Ali through Fatima. Somebody asked me why. So we get to know all through Aba Abdullah al-Husayn. And Aba Abdullah is min Fatima al-Zahra. So, her birth. What do you know about the birth of Fatima? Kindly everybody talk. Today, it's not a monologue. It's a dialogue. Monologue that would have been there. So it's your night, it's your moment, young and old. Let's talk, let's discuss, let's learn something. Tell me what you know about the birth of Fatima. Somebody comes to you, he says to you, you are a lover of Fatima. You always say, Abdullah, Ya Zahra, Manan Se Husayna, for example. Tell me about the birth of Fatima.
She was given on the night of Mi'raj to Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam.
Okay, she was given to the Holy Prophet on the night of Mi'raj. Okay, we'll come to that. That's good, that's good. I take that for sure. Any other response? Tell me, what do you know about the birth of Fatima? I'll say that.
Her birth was assisted by Janabe Asiya, Lady Maryam, and two more ladies.
Yeah, so he's saying that the birth was assisted by Maryam, by Asiya, and two other ladies. That's what he said. I will mention it later on. These are like the midwives. They were sent to Khadija alayhi salam to make it easy for Khadija to deliver Fatima al-Zahra. Allah sent women of heaven to help during the delivery of Fatima. That is why you realize that sometimes the Holy Prophet would go back home and he would hear Khadija talking alone. And he would ask Khadija, who are you talking to? There is no one in this room. She said, I'm talking to the baby. The baby used to console her mother. That is the maqam of Fatima al-Zahra alayhi salam. Any other response? Then we move forward.
When she was born, Fatima fell on the ground and she was in a prostrating position, raising her finger.
Absolutely, absolutely. The moment she landed in this world, she went into prostration, sajda. And her finger was like this, showing that Allah is one. You know, brothers and sisters, all of us know Fatima was born in the 5th year after Bi'tha. We have something we call Mi'raj and something we call Bi'tha. And sometimes when Mi'raj is being mentioned, it is mentioned together Isra and Mi'raj. So I'm going to mention this and I will ask a question. Fatima alayhi salam was born in the 5th year of Bi'tha. Our Sunni brothers and sisters said no, she was born 5 years before Bi'tha. But Shias believe she was born 5 years after Bi'tha. Meaning what? 3 years? 3 years?
Before the,
you said before?
5 years after the Bi'tha.
Yeah, 5 years after the Bi'tha. 3 years before or after? Is it before or after Mi'raj? Ahsantum, after. This is a very important point for me. 5 years after Bi'tha, the Lady of Light came to this world. 3 years after Isra and Mi'raj, she came to this world. Question, what's the difference between Mi'raj and Bi'tha? Bi'that. What's the difference? Oh, Mi'raj is when you went to the Mi'raj, so I'm not answering. You used the same word. But that's excellent. Bi'sa is when his prophethood was officially announced. Iqra. Bismi rabbika alladhi khalaq. That's why every year we celebrate Eid Mab'ath. We believe prophet was a prophet when Adam was not yet been given life. Kuntu nabiyyan wa Adam bayna al-ma'i wa tin, prophet said. He said, I was a prophet when Adam was only between water and clay. So that is why narration tells us the light of Fatima was created before the creation of a heaven and earth. So Bi'tha was when it was publicly announced to the world. اقرأ باسم ربك الذي خلق خلق الإنسان من علق اقرأ وربك الأكرم. That's Bi'tha. So 5 years after that, Fatima was born. Now 3 years after Mi'raj. So we have something we call Isra and then Mi'raj. Isra is journey by night. Safar, journey during the day. Isra, journey at night. So when you come in Quran, in traditions, you see Asra, Usriya is talking of a journey by night, at night. But if it's during the day, I say Safar too. Min Birmingham ila Liverpool, for example. I've traveled from Birmingham to Liverpool, meaning during the day. So Allah says, Subhanalladhi Asra bi abdihi. Use the word Asra, Isra. So Prophet embarked on that journey from Mecca to Bayt al-Maqdis. What is Mi'raj? Mi'raj is from Bayt al-Maqdis to the 7th heaven. So Fatima alayhi salam was born. In which month was Bibi Fatima born? Yeah, I need to see so many hands because it was there on the count. In which month was she born? Azizan Muhtaram Trak. Okay, my dear brother is saying Zil-Hajj. I'm not saying yes or no, but I'm coming back. Which month? He's saying Zil-Hajj also. Which month was she born? Any other? Ya Ali bihaqqi Ali. Ya Fatir as-samawati wal-ardi bihaqqi Fatima. That name is from Fatir as-samawati wal-ardi. Ya Muhsin bihaqqi al-Hasani wal-Husayni wa minka al-Ihsan. Name is important. And the best names are the names of Allah, the prophets, and Ahlul Bayt. You look at Ahlul Bayt, not to go too much. And this is a simple question you can all answer. How many Fatimas do we have in Ahlul Bayt? Subhanallah. Who can tell me? How many Fatimas do we have? Because these Fatimas joined the Holy Prophet later with Amir al-Mu'mineen when they migrated from the holy city of Mecca to Medina. How many Fatimas do we have? Come on, how many? What are the four? Number one? Bint Asad, Ahsantu, the mother of? Say it. We learn it. Number two? Fatima, so cool, huh? Number three? Giving. Number four? Ahsantum, Ummul Banin. Jazakallah. Mawla Salamat Ummul Banin, her name is Fatima. But when she came, she realized that Hassanin were always remembering the mother. And she said no to Imam Ali. Call me different name. That one is there, but now the first category we're talking about. Yeah, 4. But then if you go 4, Imam Kazim had so many for there.
Oh yes. You are right.
Yeah, Fatima, Sadra Fatima, Imam Kazim, Ya Allah. How many Alis do we have? Abu Abdullah, how many Ali he had? How many Ali Imam Hussein had? 3. The first one? Zayn al-Abidin. The second one? The third one? This is, of course, because I don't want to be profiled. This is Muhammad, Ali, Raza, these profiles. I said, no, Habibi. Ahlul Bayt say, call us Muhammad, Ali until we are told, why are you crazy about Ali and Muhammad? No, somebody comes and said, I want very unique name. I said, Fatima. I said, no, it's a common name, Achib. Name from heaven can never be common. So that is about her birth. I'm sure we've taken something out of that. Now look at her upbringing, how she grew up. Very painful life. Huh? Beautiful cow woman. The one who said the question, really amazing. How old was Fatima when she lost her mother? Say it, all of you. How old? 5. Thank you. 5. Very young. Although that time the growth was different. But look at the relationship between Fatima and Khadija. We'll discuss more on this. You know, Fatima, Khadija called her. She said, he always was, when he receives wahi, to marry me with it. Fatima went and spoke to the Holy Prophet. Prophet said, Khadija, your kafan will come from Jannah. But she said, I still need this kafan. That's why when she died, Prophet came to marry Khadija. His clothes was too small. Allah sent 5 kafans from heaven. This was tradition, very authentic tradition. For Fatima. 4th kafan, Mama Ali. 5th kafan, Allah. And Prophet asked Jibreel, but where is the kafan for Hussein? What was the response of the Holy Prophets? Prophet said, because they will slaughter Hussein like a sheep. They will slaughter him like a sheep. Listen to that relationship she had with Fatima and Khadija. This is how Fatima grew up. Ayman was sitting with Khadija. Then Khadija started to cry. Ayman asked her why. She said, I'm not crying because I'm sick or I'm dying. I'm crying because when I look at Fatima, I cry. Ayman asked her, but why when you look at Fatima you cry? She said, because every mother will wish to be on the wedding day of her daughter. And not only being there on the wedding day of her daughter, she would like to have something to give to the daughter. She said, Ayman, I will not be there and I have nothing to leave behind for Fatima. Ayman said, oh Khadija, I will be on your behalf. That's why on the day of the marriage of Bibi Fatima, Ayman came with 2 earrings. She said, these earrings are from your mother Khadija. But look, they were sanctioned in the valley of Abu Talib for 3 years. She saw her mother vomiting blood. Young Fatima, they would eat grass and survive. That's how Bibi Fatima grew up. I and you, we are lucky. We are lucky. So we don't have any excuse but to be strong lovers and followers of Ahlul Bayt. They would eat grass and survive. Look at how Bibi Fatima grew up. The father went to Kaaba to worship Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala. And one enemy slaughtered the animal, removed the intestines of the animal. He rushed and poured it on the back of the Holy Prophet. Prophet would go home with blood and who would clean? Young Fatima, 5 years. Fatima would pour water and she would clean the father. Hence the father looked at her one day and he said, Anti Ummu Abiya. You are indeed the mother of her father. Why? Because Fatima played too much itself when the Holy Prophet died, when he left this world. They were inside making the ghusl of Prophet. And Fatima was outside in the darkness of Medina crying, Maba ala man shamma turbata ahmada, Allah yashumma ala zamana ghawaliya. صبت علي المصائب وأنها صبت على الأيام سرنا لياليها. Allahu Akbar. Fatima said she would take the turba, the clay, the dust from the grave of the and she would smell. She said, what will be the reward of the one who smelled the turba from the grave of Ahmad? Then she would say, Allah, subbat alayya al-masahib. Afflictions have befallen me. If these afflictions were to befall on a day, they will turn into night. That was the relationship she had with the father. There's one thing unique about how she mourned her father. Who can tell me? She used to cry in Medina until the enemy like Marwan ibn Hakam and them couldn't handle it. Can you tell me how she mourned her father?
She used to cry in the day and the night.
Huh?
She used to cry in the day and the night.
She used to cry day and night, and eventually what happened?
She cried so much that the ground used to shake, and then the people complained, can you tell her to only cry in the day or only at night, because it's too much for us to bear.
Absolutely. And then,
She had a house.
give it away,
Because of the crying of the people of Medina, they got fed up of it, so she moved out and she would cry in the house of sorrow.
Absolutely. What's the name of the house? Baitul Huzn, Baitul Ahzan. She used to mourn. Gambayan. She used to cry. When you go to Medina, the place is still there, but people are not allowed to go there. It is closed. That tells us the powerful relationship she had with her father. Now her marriage, you saw it on the couch. Many people came to Prophet proposing for them. A prophet called her. And he asked her, what do you think about Ali? She said, so long as God and his messenger are happy, I am happy. That's why Jibreel addressed the Holy Prophet, Karrin al-Nur bin-Nur, فَإِنِّي قَدْ زَوَّجْتُهُمَا فِي الْجَنَّةِ. It's a tradition. O prophets, combine this light to the other light, because I have already officiated their marriage in heaven. That's the marriage of Imam Ali and Sayyidah Fatima. It was done by Allah Tabarak wa Ta'ala, and the formality was done here on earth. Now the interesting question is the next one. How many children Imam Ali had? Who can tell me? Imam Ali. Quickly. Our time is finished. 18? Okay, he's saying 18. Any other response? How many children Imam Ali had?
20, I think. Because 18 was.
How many?
More than 18.
Okay, more than 18. That's a philosophical way of answering.
No, but he's 18th brother.
Yeah, so how many more than 18?
18 brothers.
Okay, so you are saying
20, I would say.
Okay, you'll say 20. Sons. 18, 20, and then how many? 21. How many?
21.
21. How many? 30. How many? I think you were there when I was asking you. 27. Imam Ali had 27 children. How many children Fatima had? Salamullah alayha. Everybody, how many? 5. Allah Akbar. Some are saying 4, some are saying 5. How many? Panj or Chahar? Panj or Chahar? Panj. Okay. Number 1. Together with loud voice. Number 1. Number 2. Number 3. So when you mention these names, your soul gets purified and nourished. Number 4. Number 4. You mention Imam Hassan, Imam Hussein, and then Zainab, and then baby.
That's what we said.
And Muhsin?
15.
Muhsin, of course, is about the Messiah of Bibi Fatima. Because they broke her ribs the way they broke the rib of Imam Hussein. Sayyidah Zainab also had a daughter called Kulthum. So that's why in the narration of Karbala, when you see Kulthum, sometimes you need to check who. And my question is here. How old were the children of Fatima alayhi salam when the enemies brutally attacked her house and caused her death? So, how old was Imam Hassan?
5.
Not really. Not really. Okay, let's go back a bit backward. How old was she when they migrated from Mecca to Medina?
7.
If you like, how old was she when she lost her mother?
7.
No.
7.
Your history is good, mashallah. Yeah, absolutely. 7 something 8. Depending on the narration, but definitely. Yeah. She got married at the age 10. Some said 9. We have 2 versions. 10, 9. But that time maturity is completely different compared to today. So how old was Imam Hassan when she died? Hassan to 7. Some said 8, but I'll go for 8. But we have tradition like that, 8. How old was Imam Hussein? 6. Yeah, so if you go by 7 Imam Hassan, then Imam Hussein will be 6. But as I go 8, and Imam Hussein is 7. Say Zainab? No. Okay, so it depends on the version. You are going with your version, I'm going with my version. That's okay, alhamdulillah. So, mashkil nahi. So, 8, 7, 6. And Kulthum? Not really. She's way younger. 4. Some said even 3. That's when they were yatama, they were orphans. They were very, very young. But you know, when Imam Ali went to marry Bibi Fatima, he came back home late and he went to the room of Bibi Fatima where she used to pray. Then he saw the musalla and Sayyidah Zainab was sitting on the musalla. Amir al-Mu'minin asked about Zainab, you're supposed to be sleeping, you are young. She said, no, my mom used to be here every night. I can't see my mom anymore. Allahu Akbar. Prophet was also a teen. Most of the prophets were orphans. If you look at the histories of the prophet, most of them were orphans. Most of the top-notch people we have were orphans. Now, last point before we go to the death, and then that's it. And if you have any question, then you can ask me. Fatima left legacies. This, for me, is the takeaway from tonight. Something you should work on. She left so many legacies. Question, how many legacies she left behind? Yani, things we are all expected as lovers of Fatima and followers. No, it's coming, it's coming. I'm going to sit there.
You want the mic here or?
No, I'm going to sit somewhere. Because tonight is different from tomorrow, inshallah. From tomorrow.
इधर भी ठीक थे ना?
नहीं कोई आगे नहीं नजर आएंगे.
So you can't see people.
Yeah, would you like to sit here? Would you like to sit here?
Hey Muhammad. Bar Muhammad wa ale Muhammad bulantar salawat. Muhammad.
Narai Hadari. صلوا على محمد وآل محمد.
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد.
Let's all recite Surah Al-Fatiha. صلى الله وسلم عليك يا رسول الله وعلى أهل بيتك المعصومين المنتجبين. يا ليتنا كنا فنفوز فوزا عظيما. السلام عليك يا فاطمة الزهراء. السلام عليك يا بنت رسول الله. السلام عليك يا مظلومة. لعن الله ظالمين لك من الأولين والآخرين. السلام عليك وعلى أهل بيتك المظلومين ورحمة الله وبركاته. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان اللعين الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. إنما يريد الله ليذهب عنكم الرجس أهل البيت ويطهركم تطهيرا. آمنا بالله صدق الله العلي العظيم. For the love of Sayyidah Fatima, with the loudest of our voices, sallu ala Muhammadin wa ali Muhammad. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. And for the purification of our hearts and hastening of the reappearance of our beloved, the 12th Imam, with the loudest of our voices, sallu ala Muhammadin wa ali Muhammad. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Assalamu alaikum jami'an wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuhu. First of all, mu'mineen and mu'minat, we thank Almighty Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala for gracing us with this wonderful moment to renew our wilayah or allegiance with the household of our beloved prophets through these holy nights of Fatamia. No doubt it's Allah's blessings on us to be the lovers and the followers of Ahlul Bayt. It is Allah's favor on each and every one of us to be here tonight to commemorate the painful departure of Fatima al-Zahra. It is important we become grateful to Allah for the opportunity to remember that moment when the enemies broke the ribs of Fatima. I will inshallah be with you starting from tonight for 5 nights. I will be having series of discussions during these 5 nights. And the aim, my dear brothers and sisters, young and old, is to try as much as we can during the course of these majalis to enhance our knowledge and understanding of this great personality. I will be discussing one theme, and the theme is appreciating the personality of Fatimah Zahra. So every night we'll look at a particular segment of this very important theme. Towards the end of 5 nights, I would inshallah expect brothers and sisters to take some action plans on how to further their understanding of this great lady. Because you remember that famous tradition of Imam Ja'far al-Sadiq salawatullahi wa salamuhu alayhi. Imam taught us, Man arafa Fatima faqad adraka laylat al-qadr. Whoever appreciate the personality of Fatima, because here Imam is saying Man arafa, he's not saying Man alima. Imam is not using ilm, he's using ma'arifa. Ilm is prerequisite to ma'arifa. Ilm is lower than ma'arifa. Ilm has to do only with the mind, but ma'arifa has to do with the mind and the heart. So Imam alayhi salam is telling us, Man arafa Fatima faqad adraka laylat al-qadr. Whoever appreciates and recognizes Fatima, that person will make the best out of the night of Qadr. This simply tells us, anyone who has no appreciation or recognition of the personality of Fatima will not be able to make the best out of Laylatul Qadr. Tonight, being the first night, our discussion will be interactive one. And inshallah from tomorrow, we'll then sit on the member and get into the discussion further. Topic of tonight, as you heard it earlier on, is looking at the life of this great lady. Kindly pay attention, brothers and sisters. She is our role model. She is our spiritual mother. She is our gateway to Allah. She is our gateway to salvation. Without her, there will be no Ahlul Bayt. So it's important on a first night like tonight to appreciate the life of this great lady. We've just heard it here on the couch. This beautiful tradition from Imam Hassan al-Askari, salawatullahi wa salamuhu alayhi. That we the Ahlul Bayt are the proofs of Allah over you. But Fatima alayhi salam is the hujjah or the proof of Allah over us. We're going to discuss the following tonight. And it's going to be very interactive. That's why I'm sitting here next to you. And feel free to ask questions at any point in time. It is not just for the youth, it is for all of us. The essence of every majalis, my dear brothers and sisters, lovers and the followers of Ahlul Bayt, is not to go out empty. It's to go out at least with one thing. You need to learn something new during each and every majalis. Ahlul Bayt are oceans of knowledge. You know, Hasan Basri went to Imam Ja'far Sadiq alayhi salam. And he said to Imam Ja'far Sadiq, where is knowledge? I want knowledge. You know what Imam said to him? Sharrik wa karrik. Lan tajida ilman illa hahuna. He said, go to the western part of the world. Response? Okay. Zilhaj, Jumad al-Awwal, you close. Jumad al-Thani. Meaning you have to say it quickly. This is simple. Tonight is very simple. She was, Asante, we've done well. Appreciate it. She was born in Jumad al-Thani. Which day? 20th. But you know, something happened. I'm going to narrate the story. And I will ask you to tell me what lesson we learn from it. I will ask the children and I will ask the elders. So kindly pay attention to the story. You know the story. Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala revealed to the Holy Prophet. He sent Jibreel to the Prophet. He said, Ya Rasulullah, I want you to go away from Khadija, your wife. You know, go somewhere. You fast during the day. And then you pray the whole night. Prophet went for some days. When he finished, Jibreel came down to him. He said, today, you should go to your house and break your fast. But Jibreel brought him a food from heaven. He said, break your fast with this food. And once your fast is broken, at night, spend time with Khadija. Prophet did the same. And Fatima was conceived. What lesson do you learn from this? Quickly. Okay, he's saying she's from God, that's number one. Number two?
You have to do some kind of sacrifice or some kind of prayer or supplication or fasting in order to achieve something high.
Okay, he's saying you have to do some prayer, some sacrifice in order to achieve something high. Okay? Any other lesson we learn?
Sign of purity.
Sign of purity, that's good. All are good. Ayat al-Tathir, uncle is saying that's good. Any other lesson?
Miraculous birth.
Miraculous birth, okay. Any other lesson? Fatima, the Holy Prophet, fasted. Some said for 40 days. Some said less than that. Fasting, praying at night. The last day, Jibreel came down with fruit from heaven. Said, break your fast with these fruits, but then go back home and spend time with Khadija. And Fatima was conceived.
Fatima was a reward with the Holy Prophet.
Fatima was?
A reward with the Holy Prophet.
She was the reward of the Holy Prophet. Okay, Kawthar, true.
Even the Prophet was like kind of tested or given a task.
Okay, Prophet was kind of tested or given a task. These are all good. But there is something. Think about it. Young and old children think. Everybody think. Otherwise, I will say you answer. I will start calling people. Prophet X and Fatima was born out of that. The Lord of Bibi Fatima delivered directly. The Nur of Prophet to Fatima. To give birth to Fatima, okay? Any other response?
From Jannah.
Yes, that fruit actually is from Jannah, I agree. So Fatima was born from the fruit of heaven. But what lesson do we learn from this? I can't hear you properly.
Ask a question,
Yeah, give me the mic. Sallallahu Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. He said, what, Jabas?
He said Fatima means light because she's from heaven.
Yeah, true. I totally agree. Fatima, she's the light of all lights because she's from heaven. But what other lesson do we learn from this?
To attain something of a higher order, even the Prophet, as pure he was, he had to go through further hardship and testing, so that then the favor of Allah is given to Prophet after that, after achieving that hardship.
So you have to listen to God, you have to obey Him. I totally agree. But that's not the secret of this. Now, because in the interest of time, we need to move forward. There is one secret here.
Your body can get away from things.
Yeah, but Prophet is ma'soom.
But still Allah wants.
Imam Ali said, "Law kushifa liya al-ghita mazdadtu yaqina." Even if you remove the veil, my yaqeen will not increase. I already have the yaqeen.
Allah, obviously, Prophet Musa, Allah asked him to come forward.
Prophet Muhammad is higher than Musa.
Still, it's kind of test.
I got your point. I got what you are trying to say, Adnan, which is a good point.
So,
obviously, Prophet said, "Rabbi zidni ilma," isn't it? Allah increase me. But Prophet, he said, "Reach maqam Adnan. Come here."
Is it that fasting creates purity? So then, when she was born.
Okay, that's a good one. Also, it's because fasting creates purity. Absolutely, fasting definitely purifies. Fasting purifies. Here, I want mothers, fathers, children to listen to this secret. You all know it, but just that maybe you're struggling to bring it. And children, listen to this very carefully, especially young parents. One big lesson we learn here. Halal food bring good child. Pure food is from heaven. Sometimes somebody's behavior, you try everything, it's not working. Maybe the mother and father ate haram. About Abdullah. When Imam Zain al-Abidin asked about Abdullah, my beloved father, yes, Imam Zain al-Abidin knew, but he wanted to teach us. Why are these people attacking us? Some of them memorized the entire Quran. Banu Umayyah, some of them memorized the entire Quran. They were praying Fajr, Zohar, Asr, Maghrib, Isha. What was the response of Imam Hussein? لأن بطونهم ملئت بالحرام. Because their tummies were filled with haram. Every drop of haram makes it difficult for you to upbring your child. But here, not just eating halal, eating something good. Allah says, Kulu mimma fil ardi halalan. Then he said, tayyiba. Eat what is on the earth lawful and good. You are what you eat. Quran tells us we are all created from clay, meaning what? From food. So that is why one day Aisha, she saw the Holy Prophet kissing Fatima, hugging her, kissing her. Then Aisha said to the Holy Prophet, but why are you doing so? She said, lady. Then what Prophet said? He said, because فَإِنَّهَا مِنْ ثَمَرَةِ الْجَنَّةِ. Because she's from the fruit of Jannah. Whenever I crave the smell of Jannah, I hug and smell the body of Fatima. So fathers, upbringing is not just sitting and teaching. Food is crucial. What you eat is what makes the mind and the soul. So that's the birth of Fatima. That's the lesson we learn. Another lesson we learn is the naming, which inshallah I'll discuss on one of the nights into details. You cannot just give your child any name. If you give your child any name, you will be answerable in the court of Allah. To use them, take advantage of them, benefit from them. How many? You know, I can give an example. Somebody dies, so my father died. So my father left his company for me, it's a legacy. My father left Quran for me. My father left this legacies. So how many legacies Bibi Fatima left? How many? How many first? You saying 5. How many are you saying? 4? 3. Okay, so 4. Can you tell them? Number 1? Tasbih. Excellent. You've done well. Absolutely. This tasbih is the greatest legacy. Imam tells us, Imam Jafar, Khairul dunya wal akhirah. Number 2?
Sermon of Father.
Okay, so you mentioned one, no problem. Number 2?
Sermon of Father.
Khutbatul Fadaqiyya, the sermon of Fadaq. Powerful. Ahsantu. It's a great legacy. How many of you have read this khutbah from beginning to end? Raise up your hand. No problem, this we are all learning. If you have read this khutbah from the beginning to the end, raise up your hand. This means we need to make Fatima proud. She left for us. See, isn't it? Today, while we are faced with injustice, we need to learn from this khutbah. So that's number 2. I take that 100% correct. MashaAllah. Number 3? That's a good observation. He really, he's saying that's hadithul kisa count. Not really, but I think I will take it as one of the legacy because she is the mother of Ashab al-Qisa. That's a good point. Hadithul kisa is very powerful when it comes to fadail. The next one?
Shirt of Imam.
Huh?
Shirt of Imam.
Shirt of Imam. Okay, yes, she gave him the shirt to have a layers. When he was going, Zainab called him from Tali Zainab. She said, Mahlan, Mahlan, Yabna Zahra, or Hesti. So he came back. Said, I remember my mom whispered into your ears before she died. What did she say to you? No, my mom said, a time will come when you will be alone. But I should smell your neck.
Can I say one legacy?
Yeah.
Until Judgment Day, Qiyamah. One of the biggest legacy I think is whenever who become a follower of Ali Muhammad is because of Fatima.
Agreed.
Because of what just now there was a brother saying it whenever she cried in Medina earthquake.
It's true.
The main reason people were disturbed is when she cried. They were neighbors, and they always don't want her to cry, so make people wake up about Ghadir, about Fadak, about that kind of things. So they were asking Mawla Ali, ask her, don't cry.
Absolutely. No, definitely. I mean, the entire school of thought of Ahlul Bayt is Fatima.
Fatima, yes.
Almost. It's Fatima. That's why Prophet said, if you have your daughter and you name her Fatima, respect that girl because of that name. Any other legacy? Excellent.
Imam.
She defended the wilaya. The wilaya. She went all out. But you know what happened? When she went out to render the khutbah, Hassan here, Hussein here. When she was coming out, Mughira was hidden from behind, and he slapped on the right eye. That's why Imam Hassan mentioned this is tradition. Whenever he would see Mughira in Medina, he said, Anta alladhi darabta ummi Fatima hatta admaytaha. You were the one who beat up my mom Fatima until you made her bleed. So many times we don't hear this, but this is true. He slapped her from behind. And the eye turned red. What's the last legacy?
I think legacy in terms of role as a mother, daughter, and
Yeah, that's okay. That's also part of her teaching, like what Uncle mentioned. True, we learn from her. She left a big school of thought for us, Madhab Ja'fariya. She is the mother of this school. She is the mother of this school. But there is one which is really important, which inshallah I will mention, I will discuss it into details. Most of the things that I'm mentioning, small here, in the coming night, we're gonna really discuss them. So everybody inshallah need to come every night. And this, to show your pursa, for Bibi Fatima. Fatimiyya is so powerful. Fatimiyya is crucial. Without Fatimiyya, there will be no Karbala and Mahdawiyya. Fatimiyya is the root of Karbala, and Fatimiyya is the root of Mahdawiyya. We all owe it to Fatima. When we come like this to remember Fatimiyya, wallahi, the Imam of our time is proud of us. That is why you realize Fatima was even present in Karbala in one way or the other. You see, the tradition tells us when that enemy lifted his dagger and he dagger on the chest of Ali ibn al-Akbar, Abu Abdullah obviously walked to the body of Ali, isn't it? And then Abu Abdullah saw the dagger and of course called out, "My father, you remove the door of a Khaybar with your hand, but come and see your son lifting dagger from the chest of his son." My point is here, towards the last part of the life of Ali ibn al-Akbar, Ali would smile and Ali would cry. Abu Abdullah said, "Ali, why smiling and crying at the same time? I am smiling because I see Rasulullah, but I am crying because I see Fatima slapping on her cheek." So Fatima is important. Fatimiyya is Ayama Azah, is Ayama Gham. You cannot stay in the house. You have to come out and play your part. This is your tuhfa, your hadiyah, your pursa. So that on the day of Qiyamah, you can say to Ahl al-Bayt, alayhim as-salatu was-salam, during Fatimiyya, I play my part. The last legacy we learn, my dear brothers and sisters.
Tell Hazrat Ali to go to marry after me.
She said to marry after me. That is part of a teaching Ahl al-Bayt.
Forgiveness, who repent, Imam Hussain, who will cry in the name of Imam Hussain.
This is all good, Hur ibn Yazid al-Rayahi or whoever cry for Abu Abdullah, which I will discuss tomorrow, inshallah. Fatima will intercede on his behalf. Fatima will forgive him. No, the latest or the last legacy of Fatima is Mushaf of Fatima. Inshallah, tomorrow we'll discuss this into some more details. Mushaf of Fatima. It's the biggest legacy, my dear brothers and sisters, of Fatima. Mushaf of Fatima is the secret of the Holy Quran. It's ta'weel al-Quran. And why Mushaf of Fatima? We'll look at it tomorrow. So therefore, my dear brothers and sisters, if you examine the death of Fatima, the shahada of Fatima, it breaks the heart. It pierces the heart. It makes one sad. Why? Prophet left only one son, one child. And that child was not taken care of by the Ummah. The Ummah attacked her. They came to the house and they pushed the door. What happened when they pushed the door? She lost her unborn child and the ribs were broken. That's why the poet mentioned 2 ribs were painfully broken on earth. One rib was broken when the person was alive, but the other rib was broken when the person was no more in this world. Which rib was broken when the person was alive? The ribs of Fatima al-Zahra. That's why Imam Ali, when he was making the ghusl of Fatima, he stopped and sat on one corner of the house Asma bint Umay said, I saw Amir al-Mu'mineen crying profusely. I began to walk to Ali. I asked him, Ya Ali, why are you crying? I've never seen you crying like this. He said, oh Asma, as I was busy making the ghusl of Fatima al-Zahra, my right hand crossed the broken ribs of Fatima al-Zahra. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. This rib was broken when Fatima was alive. And Fatima went pain upon pain. And you know which rib was broken when the person was no more? We're talking of the ribs of Aba Abdullah. Tonight is Thursday night. It is the night of the ziyarah of Aba Abdullah. Allahu Akbar. Aba Abdullah bidded final farewell. As he was bidding final farewell, the enemies began to shower their arrows on Khaymaba. Aba Abdullah then left to defend and protect. Allahu Akbar. Arrow came and passed through the forehead of Aba Abdullah. While Hussein was trying to deal with the arrow on his forehead, another arrow came on the chest of Aba Abdullah. While Hussein was trying to deal with this arrow, one arrow came on the shoulder of Aba Abdullah. They began to shower Hussein with arrows, isn't it? Narration tells us. Suddenly, one arrow came direct to the forehead. Aba Abdullah fell on the ground, surrounded by arrows. Enemies then began to walk towards the body of Aba Abdullah. But they all tried, they couldn't. One of the enemies called out, leave the man for me. When he came next to the body, he pulled the beard of Hussein. After pulling the beard of Aba Abdullah, he began to poke the lips of Aba Abdullah. Allahu Akbar. You know, they broke the ribs of Fatima when she was alive, but they broke the ribs of Hussein when he was no more. This enemy lifted his dagger and he began to dig on the chest and neck of Aba Abdullah. One narration tells us he sat on the chest of Aba Abdullah. That's why Imam Zain al-Abidin, when the poison began to affect his body, Imam al-Baqir looked at him and Imam Zain al-Abidin was crying. Baqir asked the father, Father, why are you crying? He said, I'm not crying because I'm dying. I'm crying because, I'm going and you are with me. Whereas when my father was going, the enemy sat on the chest of my father. The enemy began to pull the beard of my father. The enemy began to play with the lips of my father. Allahu Akbar. He struck on the neck. Allahu Akbar. By the time we finish, he beheaded Imam al-Hussein. You know, he did not only behead, isn't it? One enemy stole the head of Aba Abdullah and he began to run with the head. But they came and started looting the belongings of Hussein. The last one came, he saw the ring on the right finger. He had to cut off the finger of Hussein. This is the last point about the ribs. Umar ibn Sa'd alayhi la'na. He said to them, oh my people, go and sharpen the hoofs of your horses. They asked him why. He said, I want you to go and trample on the bodies of the companions of Hussein. Each one of them came forward. He said, no, we killed our family member. We will not trample on the body. Then he said to them, okay, who amongst these bodies has no family amongst you? They said, the only one is the son of Fatima al-Zahra. He then said to them, go and trample on the body of Hussein. Allah, they broke each and every bone of Hussein. Al-La'natullah al-Qawmi al-Zalimin. Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. وسيعلم الذين ظلموا آل محمد أي منقلب ينقلبون.
Ya Hussein.
Ya Hussein. हाथ में पकड़ लो ना यार ऐसे
Ya Hussein, Ya Hussein, Ya Hussein. तू बड़ी दुखी है फातिमा, 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 अब भी रो रही है फातिमा, अब भी रो रही है फातिमा, तू बड़ी दुखी है फातिमा,
दुखी है फातिमा,
बड़ी दुखी है फातिमा, तू बड़ी दुखी है फातिमा, जो रिदा तेरी है फातिमा, जो रिदा तेरी है फातिमा, खून से भरी है फातिमा, खून से भरी है फातिमा, तू बड़ी दुखी है फातिमा, तू बड़ी दुखी है फातिमा, तू बड़ी दुखी है फातिमा,
तू बड़ी दुखी है फातिमा,
पसलियों सिरस रहा है खून, पसलियों सिरस रहा है खून, सांस ले रही है फातिमा, सांस ले रही है फातिमा, तू बड़ी दुखी है फातिमा, तू बड़ी दुखी है फातिमा, चुप के देखते हैं मुर्तज़ा, चुप के देखते हैं मुर्तज़ा, चुप के रो रही है फातिमा, चुप के रो रही है फातिमा, तू बड़ी दुखी 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 है फातिमा। सल्लल्लाहु